Hello guys, I'm making this video to show y'all kind of how to set up the Class C. Of course, I'm gonna help you later when we actually have the inspection, but this is just to let y'all know how it kind of is. So first, your ingredients: Class C shirt, blank, starched, like how they give it to you in the washers. And then your pins, which you should have, except for the name tag. Some of y'all, you're gonna receive it sometime this week. So it's gonna be a torch, your class pin, which is the one with the number, and then your squadron pin. And after the cresting ceremony, y'all gonna have the crest, which, as you can see, it's right here. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna start setting up the Class C. As you guys can see, I already put what is the class pin, so the one with the little number, the pin with the little number there. It should be positioned like about an inch above this line right here. So I do recommend getting a ruler. If not, just measure it with that part of your thumb. Let's see. Yeah, that's right. That's about right. Just make sure, also, one more thing. Make sure that number is parallel with the bottom of the collar right there. If you guys can see. So this part is parallel with this part. So basically the pin is sideways. Not like this. Not aligned to the bottom of the collar, just parallel with the collar. Now, let's start with the other part of the left side of the shirt, which is your name tape. As you guys can see in this one, try and make sure to align it with the stitch line of the pocket. Right there, you see that stitch line right there? This right here? We're gonna align it to that part. Try and center your name tape. Sometimes depending on your name, I use the letters. So for example, my name would be the R. Try and center it in the middle of the pocket. Which, of course, all this takes practice. Not even I get it perfect sometimes. Practice is a key to success. That seems about right. There you go. Now a closer look. Lined with the stitch line, alright? Now, the right side of the shirt, well, facing that way, right side of the shirt. For this, you're gonna need your torch and your squadron pin, which, as you can see, I have my torch and my squadron pin. For this, we're gonna start with the torch, which is basically almost the same as like the class pin. It's about an inch above, and the torch should be parallel with the collar. See how, there you go. Now I'm gonna put it on. Try and make them as centered, both collar pins, try and make them as centered as you can to the collar. There you go. See that? Parallel. And then of course when you're done putting the pins, you should have the dammits on the back side. These little thingies. Safety pins, or I don't know what they're called. But these things back here. Now, this is kind of tricky, but it's not that hard. Now, with your squadron pin, so the number 2. The number 2 is because high school is first squadron, college is second squadron. There we go. It's gonna go on this side of the shirt, on the pocket. Of course, I don't have it like that because I have my medals, so I have to shift it up a little bit. But the 2, if you can see that little notch right there, should go. I'm gonna put it on and then I'm gonna demonstrate. There we go. Now, the number 2 should go, the bottom of the two should go aligned with the seam, about aligned, and the notch should have the line going through it. So it's centered in the pocket, aligned with the line. And then the bottom of the two should be about aligned or on top of the stitch line. So you guys can see there. That's kind of the right way to do it. Okay, so as you guys can see, this is about how your Class C will look before the cresting ceremony. Blank on this side. But when y'all get the crest, remember the crest is this little thing right here. There we go. You're gonna put it on top of the nameplate, on the nameplate. So it would go almost the same as the number 2 on the other side, but about at 1/8 of an inch above the whole pocket. So let me see if I can get it. Of course I can get it. I'm a pro. There we go. So about aligned, there you go, aligned with the line. And then you guys can barely see it, but it's about 1/8 of an inch right there. So it's like very, very little, a very little space. But like this is gonna be your Class C after you guys crest, after you guys get this beautiful little pin right here. And now I'm gonna go over accessories for your Class C, or like the rest things you need for your Class C. All right, so going over the other things you need for a Class C. Blue pants, blue, navy blue trousers that you should have gotten last week. Black socks, pure black socks, all right, like so. Your belt buckle, make sure it's shiny belt buckle. We like a uniform with a shiny belt buckle. It looks 10 times nicer. Of course, some of y'all will receive the belt buckle like this. Some of y'all, and y'all gonna be, hey, that's not fair. How are we supposed to get all that gunk out? Well, as you guys can see in this one, I've been shining this past week to show y'all that it can be done. Just shine it every once in a while. Maybe you're watching a YouTube video, take out your belt buckle, your polishing cream, which is this one, like a microfiber or a cotton cloth, and a toothbrush, and then just go like that, and it's gonna go shiny little by little. Of course, it takes time. It can't be done in one sitting, or if it can, but if you're crazy. Now, your garrison cover, the blue triangle thing. There we go. Ta-da! Right there. You see us wear this one all the time around school days. And yeah. Oh, also one thing. If you want to make your Class C look, or if you want to not have your Class C getting untucked, I really recommend getting shirt stays. These things, of course, they come in pairs. You're gonna clip them on this, like right here and back here, and then this part right here, you're gonna clip it on your sock so it doesn't come on like untucked, and it looks nice. And with that is Class C uniform. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me. Of course, we're gonna have the Class C inspection at 1. You guys can ask me then, and just try and do your best to set it up. If you don't have pins, don't worry, y'all gonna get them this week. Just make sure to go to the cadet store with your pink paper and say, hey, I didn't get my pins. And yeah, y'all should be good.